Have you ever felt like your parents might be getting a divorce? Mom's phone buzzed during dinner and she grabbed it so fast she knocked over her water glass. Sorry, she muttered, mopping up the spill with her napkin while reading the screen. Her face went pink. My stepdad Patrick looked at her, then looked away, said nothing. Mom typed something back quickly, then set the phone face down on the table. So, how was school? Fine, I said, watching her. Who was that? She responded, but it didn't sound like an honest response. Just work stuff. Mom's phone buzzed again. I need to make a call, Mom said suddenly, standing up. Work emergency. I'll be right back. She grabbed her phone and disappeared into the bedroom, closing the door. Patrick and I sat there. He pushed food around his plate. Is everything okay? I asked. He responded, yeah, fine. I heard Mom's muffled voice through the bedroom door. Her tone was soft and almost flirty. Patrick heard it too. He set down his fork and stood up. I'm going to watch TV. I sat alone at the table, staring at the closed bedroom door, listening to my mom laugh at something the person on the phone said. Something was wrong. Over the next week, it got worse. Mom started working late 3 nights in a row. She'd come home at 9 or 10 p.m., hair freshly brushed, makeup touched up, smelling like perfume she never wore. Sorry, client meeting ran long, she'd say, kissing Patrick on the cheek. He'd nod and say nothing. I caught her texting in the bathroom with the door locked. Patrick started sleeping on the couch. When I asked why, he said his back hurt. Mom said she had to go into the office on Saturday. Big project, might be there most of the day. I then asked, on Saturday? She responded, yeah, can't be helped. Friday after school, I came home early and heard them fighting in their bedroom. Patrick shouted, just tell me the truth, that's all I'm asking. My mom got defensive. There's nothing to tell. I don't know why you're making this into something it's not. He rebutted, because you're lying to me. I can see it in your face every time your phone rings. I can hear it in your voice when you make up excuses. Just be honest with me. Silence. Then Mom's voice quieter. I need more time. Patrick asked her, time for what? And she responded, I just need to figure some things out. I backed away from the door before they could catch me listening. I laid in bed that night putting the pieces together. The secretive phone calls, the late nights, the lying, the perfume. Patrick sleeping on the couch. Mom was cheating on him. She had to be. And I needed proof before I could confront her. Before it destroyed our family. Saturday morning, Mom left at 10 a.m. wearing nice clothes and makeup. I'll be back this evening. There's money for pizza if you guys get hungry. I waited 5 minutes after she left, then grabbed my bike. Where are you going? Patrick called from the couch. I lied and just said the library. I have a school project. I left and followed her car. Mom didn't go to her office. She drove downtown and parked outside a small Italian restaurant. I locked my bike across the street and watched through the window. She was sitting at a table, checking her phone, waiting for someone. A man walked in, older, wearing a button-down shirt, and then my heart stopped. It was Dad. My actual dad. The one who left when I was 8. The one I saw twice a year for awkward weekend visits. The one Mom had divorced 6 years ago. They hugged, sat down, started talking. I stood on the sidewalk, frozen, watching them through the window. They were smiling, laughing. Dad reached across the table and took Mom's hand. My phone rang. It was Patrick. I picked up and he asked, where are you really? He asked. I was silent for a moment, and then the words just left my mouth. I followed her. Then he was silent for a moment before asking, where is she? I told him, an Italian restaurant downtown. She's with my dad. Patrick exhaled slowly. Yeah, I know. I was shocked and asked, you know? He told me to come home and he'll explain. So I did. Patrick was waiting on the porch. How long have you known? I asked. He said, about a month. She told me after the 3rd time they met up. He sat down on the steps. Your dad reached out to her 8 weeks ago. Said he wanted to try again. Make things work. He's been going to therapy, working on himself, all that stuff. I was in shock and asked, and she's considering it? He continued, yeah. She didn't want to tell you because she didn't want to get your hopes up. She knows you've always wanted us to be a family again. I sat down next to him. But what about you guys? You're married. He then told me, we had a long talk about it. If she wants to try again with your dad, I'm not going to stand in the way. I love her, but I love you too. And maybe you deserve a chance to have your actual parents together. We sat there for a while, just quiet, not saying anything. I finally asked him, does she love him again? He looked at me with tears in his eyes. I don't know. That's what she's trying to figure out.